Hi Scorpio, so I like to get straight into the readings. If there is anything that you feel you need to know about the readings, then I do encourage you to read the descriptions box, especially if you're new to tarot. The card deck information that I've used for your read can always be found in my pinned comment below. And cross watchers, please remember that you can switch the energies around if it applies, but do try to keep in mind that this might not be your story at all, okay? This could be someone else entirely different that your Scorpio is dealing with. And equally, Scorpio, if you please just take what resonates for you and leave what doesn't for another Scorpion, okay? All of these reads, they cannot all resonate for absolutely everybody all of the time, okay? Right, so your first card out is the second house, owning, and that's Taurus energy. Your next card is Saturn, so that's Capricorn, truth, and then you've got Taurus again with I have, and at the bottom of the deck you've got lunar eclipse and change. Okay, right, please do keep an open mind before we go any further about any of the zodiacs that I mentioned during your read. It could be in relation to another person that you're dealing with, absolutely, or they could be in reference to certain placements that is in your own natal chart, okay? So do keep an open mind. Right, let's get into this for you. Saturn first. What is this? You're being challenged. A time to make it or break it can indicate mentor, lessons, and being on your own path. Restrictions, stay focused and true to your path. Reaping what it is you sow. Okay, not giving up and following through. So Saturn, truth. Now this is a non-judgment energy. Okay, Saturn doesn't judge, it just is, and that's why it can be a really difficult thing to experience. It's basically it's all about father time. Okay, so it's time for you to change something. So you could have been trying to hold on to something that wasn't working for you, and it's time to surrender it, time to release it. This feels like something's going to get knocked down by Saturn because it's not in your highest good. That's why I said, look, Saturn doesn't judge, it just is. It just is. If you've got a house that's that's built on like sandy soil or something, it's not going to stand the test of time. All right, father time. Something's not going to stand the test of time, so it's going to fall away. It's going to crumble. It's going to be disappointing, absolutely, but not. It's not going to break you. It's this one, Taurus. I have. Working on something that will yield beauty and abundance, being grounded and realistic, especially with your finances, building on what you have. Investments, beautiful things, the arts and galleries, real estate, independence, being patient, reliable, and nurturing, and then you've got a second house. You will own it. Being grounded in the physical, time to concentrate on more practical issues. Protect your resources. Now, we had that out in your read the last time I did your reading, Scorpio. Protect what you have. Recognizing what is valuable and what is not. Money, possessions, ownership. Owning your talents as well. And laying foundations. Laying foundations. Okay. I'm getting the feeling with this one. Something, as I say, I don't know if it's like a relationship or if it's something in the physical. It could be either at this point, because you do have lunar eclipse out as well. You might have to close the door permanently on a particular chapter here, Scorpio. And you might not have been either prepared or willing to close a specific chapter in your life. I don't know if it was out of habit, you know, someone had always been around, or something, it just was always there, and now all of a sudden it's like gone. But it kind of I said kind of opens the door, that's wrong. It definitely does open the door for something else. What's this one? A time to focus on something that you've been putting off or didn't notice was coming up. A change in your life's path or job, or a house change. Shift cycles, things being brought out into the open, enlightenment, messages from your spirit guides. This can indicate 6 weeks. Outcome complete. Outcome complete in 6 weeks to 6 months. I'm trying to read, I've written black on a dark background, so it's quite difficult for me to read because it's tiny as well. You can expect the outcome of this between 6 weeks and, what was it, 6 weeks and 6 months. So this is very much active right now in your energy, Scorpio, whatever this is. Please do keep an open mind, because again, as I say, this could be pertaining to, let's hypothesize here for a second and say you had been holding on to a friendship with an individual who was just always around, always there, but they weren't necessarily, strictly speaking, a nice individual, because we've got a time to focus on something that you've been putting off. You might have been constantly making excuses for the crappy behaviours of this person, and now something's going to happen here. And I feel that it's you. I feel that you're taking charge of this situation. If it's about a relationship with somebody specific, like something's not working for you anymore, and you can no longer ignore it. You can no longer make excuses for somebody's behaviour. So you're like, no, this is done. Yes, I've known you 20, 30, 40 years, whatever it might be. But I don't actually like you as a person, so I have to say goodbye. You know, it's got that kind of vibe to it. And for others of you, where if that's not about a relationship and it's actually about something to do with your physical world, about your property, your home, your finances, you could well be finding yourself having to change your job. You might not like your job, and you've just been avoiding changing it out of fear of, well, how else am I going to earn a living? You know, it's either this or nothing. And then Saturn's like, don't worry about it, Scorps, I've got your back. That job's gone anyway. You know, it's kind of, it's a really sort of, if you can imagine a really strict father that's very stoic, non-emotional, very by the book, very matter of fact, that's Saturn energy. So it's like, yeah, I've got your back, but it's going to sting temporarily, really, really temporarily. So whatever this is in regards to, I'm feeling that initially you're going to miss it, but then after a couple of weeks have passed, you're going to be like, do you know what, that really crappy situation just happened to me, just like within the past month, but now I can already see the benefits of that crappy situation happening. It is like you're losing something, definitely, but you're getting something better in return. North Node, life's purpose, your potential. North Node is all about your potential, not letting your past hold you back. following your true path, living your full potential. So whatever that was, it was holding you back anyway. Interesting. Okay, right, so we are going to start pulling your tarot, and I don't know if your tarot spread is going to correlate with what we've already seen in your read. It could do, or it might end up being something entirely unrelated. Okay, so as I say, always keep an open mind anyway. So Scorpio Collective, please. I will say to you though, Scorpio, now that I've read that in your read, I will say, basically I've been there, like literally. And I'm talking within the past 2-3 years I've been there. You know, you put your heart and soul and everything that you have into something, a career, for example, and you make so many plans and you get so far and you're like, yeah, this is good, this is going great. And then all of a sudden it's snatched away. Just seemingly at the click of a finger, it's just snatched away. And it feels really, really cruel. And you'd be sitting there going, but you know, I had plans. What about my plans? How is this fair? And that's completely reasonable for you to be sitting there like thinking that and feeling that. And then it's like suddenly it's really bizarre, because then the universe is like, Scott, take this instead. I promise you it is way, way better for you. Way, way better. Just in all of the ways, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, it's just better in so many different ways. And then, like, again, just talking from experience, basically you never look back. Okay, so your cards that's coming out, you've got the Prince of Wands in reverse, so that's the Knight of Wands, Sagittarius energy. You've got the Lady, that's the Empress, Mother Earth energy, or Divine Feminine energy, or Taurus or Libra. You then have the Two of Swords, that's Libra energy, the King of Swords, that's Aquarius energy. And what I'll do, I'll pull all of these cards and I'll sit with the energy for a minute and then we'll get into it, okay? We've got the Five of Cups, and that is Scorpion energy. This one is central to your read. You'll see by the time I pull out all of your cards, that Five of Cups will be right in the middle of everything else that's going on around. You then have the King of Cups, so there's two kings, that's Scorpion energy again. You've got the Federate, that's Temperance, Sagittarius energy. So Scorpio, please. Thank you. The Magician, Mercury, so Gemini and Virgo. So Scorpio, please. Now, there's way too many cards for me to put in your spread, and it feels like a side message for somebody. Three of Swords, King of Wands, High Priestess, Nine of Wands, Ace of Swords, Knight of Swords, Lovers, and the Star. Okay. A side message for some of you, not all of you. Okay, this is like a bonus message. Again, something that you wanted to do with that King of Wands has led to some kind of hurt, pain. There is definitely anxiety here. Now, it's indicating that somebody else is currently hurt. Someone else is feeling that Three of Swords energy at this time. And it could be, but doesn't have to be, a fire sign. Yep. Leo, Sag, and Aries. And then you've got Earth here. Sorry, not Earth. Air. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times air. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Sorry, 5 times air with the Lovers, of course, because that's Gemini energy. So either an air sign or a fire sign. They're currently hurting specifically over you, and they're harbouring secrets. They're harbouring some kind of secrets, and if you were to ask them directly, they wouldn't tell you the truth straight up anyway. They're definitely feeling extremely frustrated and anxious about sending you a message. It's like they don't want to message you, but they feel that they have to message you, if that makes sense, and they have to get something off their chest here. Now, with this Knight of Swords, Ace of Swords, it's like the tensions, there's a lot of tension here, and it's rising. And I am extremely suspicious with this one, because I feel that you're not necessarily going to want to hear anything from this particular individual anyway. Their message pertains to healing a relationship. So make of that whatever you will. Okay. Let's put these back in the deck, and we'll get you your final card for your spread. You can finish the spread, please, for Scorpio. Thank you. Okay, 4 of Cups, Cancerian energy. Yeah, straight up rejection. And there's your Knight of Swords again. The Emperor. In this deck, it's the Lord. Aries or Divine Masculine. Mars energy. So, why am I getting anger with that? 3 of Cups, 6 of Coins. 3 of Cups, 6 of Coins. It's a strange one. It's like they're trying to get something from you. Why 3 of Coins? Why the 3 of Cups, 6 of Coins? 3 of Cups. The Knight of Cups. Pisces energy, yeah. I said they were trying to get something from you. It's your heart, your emotions, your love. That's where that tension's building up. But why? I was going to say, why this forceful energy that I'm feeling? 10 of Swords, 7 of Coins, 7 of Swords. Okay, Gemini, Taurus, Aquarius. Painful ending, definitely. It's like you're not energetically present for somebody anymore. Someone could be lying as well about what it is they do for a living. They could be lying about their financial status. They could also have, you see with that being the card of harvest, you reap what you sow, right? They quite possibly had sown negativity in the situation with you, and that's what they harvested, a painful ending for themselves because of what they had sown. Okay, so it's like they're feeling angry about an ending, angry about being caught out with something. Random. Okay, Prince of Wands reversed. That again, it's that anger. The Prince, or I should say the Knight of Wands reversed. It's literally someone who's very, very chaotic. They can be really impulsive and really destructive, but it's like they're destructive because they don't think things through, and that they're acting purely on impulse. So someone has done something, Scorpio. They've acted on impulse, and they've created this situation then with you where it's like they no longer have the luxury, Empress, of having you in their lives anymore, because they just acted on impulse. They didn't think through the consequences of something properly, and now they're stuck. They've dug themselves a hole. They don't know how to get out of it. And I'm not feeling that this Five of Cups is your energy, Scorpio. Yes, it's one of your cards. It's Mars in Scorpio energy. Doesn't mean to say that it's you that's sitting there going, oh, woe is me, what have I done, what have I done? Because you're not. Your back is actually turned to whoever that is, and that is central to your read. It's central to everything else that's going on. And with this fire, this I do want to use the word aggression. There's something aggressive that's coming towards you, Scorpio. And it's this person, it's a fire sign or an air sign. And look, they're sitting there going, woe is me, how the hell do I get myself out of this hole that I have dug myself in? Like, how do I do it? Because Scorpio's not around anymore. They're not even looking in my direction anymore. They're just doing their own thing. Like literally, the Featherlit, Temperance, the Magician. That, like, you're literally just doing your own thing. You're trying to create a new life for yourself because you've gone through all of this. Something had come to an end, quite possibly your career for most of you, and you're having to rebuild yourself back up. That's where your focus is. And they are focused on you. You're not even looking at it. And you probably shouldn't. Four of Cups, rejection. Let's take another look just to be certain. Why the Four of Cups, please? It feels a lot like someone else has got a problem and they're trying to make it your problem. Nine of Wands, Sagittarius energy. Yeah. They're trying to make it your problem. It's under their Justice. Listen, at the end of it, they've gotten what they deserve. Okay? It's Libra energy. There's a very harsh karmic lesson in this read that someone else has had to learn. And for whatever reason, Scorpio, it's insinuating all over your read that you have been the catalyst for somebody else's change. Like they have had to do a lot of introspecting. They've had to learn that they cannot just treat others in this manner and expect to be able to get away with doing it. Okay? Whatever this was that has transpired between two people, again, I don't know, it's not supposed to be engineered towards romantic love because that's your middle of the month reads. The beginning of the month reads is all about more of a broad outlook on your entire life. But this is a relationship. However, what type of relationship this is, I don't know. It's completely up to you to decide. This could be a family situation. This could be a situation between friends, co-workers, exes, potential partners, anything. Okay, the bottom line is somebody has treated you like absolute crap and they were not expecting the result that they're now having to sit with. And the result is they've lost you. They have lost you. And they're trying to figure out how are they going to rectify the situation. But how can they rectify the situation when you're no longer taking part? I don't think it's going to be possible for them to do so. Especially not when you're that focused on your career and your future and your like physical world rather than emotional world. What's under there? I'm nosy. The Two of Swords, and under that one the Page of Cups, and the World as well. Yeah, so something has ended. That's an old cycle. An old cycle is coming back in to try and revisit you here, Scorpio, because they don't like the result that they've gotten. Trying to apologise, trying to make it up to you. It's a shame. I don't know why some people just can't allow others to just move on with their lives. It's extremely frustrating. Okay, I'm also not surprised to see that Wolverine card come out as well, Scorpio. It's all about, yes, you have every right to get angry, but you probably shouldn't give in to that temptation. Okay, right, so see if you can get your own intuitive nudges from the illustrations as well. Okay, so this is number 5, and 5s, as you'll know, are all about change, and change is never easy, but it's also very necessary. Okay, it says fierceness. We should develop a sense of healthy fierceness. Right now, do not shy away from things that confront you, but choose carefully on how you act. You can be fierce, but not necessarily angry. Loyalty is important right now. So loyalty to yourself is incredibly important right now, Scorpio. Okay. Right. So let's get you a chakra card then. The only illusion is separation, chakra balance, unity. Okay, and it's suggesting that blue lace agate, amethyst and new jade might be beneficial for you at this time. It's an interesting one to get out. The only illusion is separation. And then safety. In the hurricane of life, a strong foundation will keep you safe. Root chakra and snowflake obsidian might be beneficial for you at this time. In fact, snowflake obsidian definitely would be beneficial for you at this time. I'll tell you for why. I'll show you a piece. So this is what snowflake obsidian looks like. And you can see it's black with white spots. That's where it gets its name. It's a balance between the darkness and the light, and this is what Scorpios need to focus on, keeping their darkness and their light in check, in balance. So that might be a really, really good idea to get some snowflake obsidian. In the hurricane of life, a strong foundation will keep you safe. That's literally what you're currently trying to build up again anyway, a stronger foundation. That's a really bizarre one though. The only illusion is separation. It's like, why would that come out? I mean, certainly yes, there is a physical separation between you and someone else. And that's what's caused the situation that we're seeing coming out in your tarot. But it could also be as well that this particular individual made you feel like you were being separated from what it was that you needed to achieve in your life. Again, as I always say anyway, keep an open mind. Okay, if anybody is easily offended at swearing, then it's probably best for you to switch out now, because depending on what card comes out of this deck, some of them are absolutely covered in swearing. Okay, there's no escaping it. So if that's not your sort of thing, then just switch off. And you got game over. Can you accept an ending? Grief, loss, change. Big life lessons arise when a new game comes into play. Always evolve onwards and take it to the next level. Something is definitely over here. And someone cannot cope they can't cope with it. Interesting. Okay, so that is what I have for you. If you would like a more personal reading that is aimed more towards your specific needs, then you can check out the link in my descriptions box and in my pinned comment below. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.